It's good to see you again in VNA News Bulletin. I'm Vi Hằng from Hanoi with the major stories. Lao official praises Vietnam's procuracy's support. Policy dialogue highlights gender equality. Vietnamese coffee targets Asian markets. Lao Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Thongloun Sisoulith has affirmed that support provided by the Vietnamese Supreme People's Procuracy for Laos will help the country to successfully host the upcoming 10th ASEAN-China Prosecutors General Conference.
During his reception for a visiting delegation from the Procuracy, led by Deputy Procurator General Trần Công Phan in Vientiane on March the 4th, the Lao official highlighted the effective cooperation between the two countries' supreme procuracy bodies in recent times. He said the visit will contribute to tightening the two agencies' ties, expressing his hope that the bodies will continue to mutually assist one another. Phan reported the delegation's working outcomes in Laos over the last 2 days to the host, saying that the visit aims to share his agency's experience in holding the conference with its Lao counterpart. Previously, on March the 3rd, the Supreme People's Procuracies of the two countries organized a seminar on Vietnam's experience in organizing the 6th ASEAN-China Prosecutors General Conference in Vientiane. Vietnamese guests also introduced their Lao counterparts to the new contents of the law on the Organization of People's Procuracies in 2014. On the occasion, the Vietnamese Supreme People's Procuracy presented $50,000 and several devices to the Laos Supreme People's Procuracy to support it in holding the conference.
A policy dialogue focusing on investment in gender equality to achieve sustainable development goals was held in Hanoi on March the 4th. Our reporter will bring more details.
Co-hosted by the Ministry of Labour, Invalids and Social Affairs and the UN in Vietnam, drew more than 100 delegates from government ministries and agencies. Vietnam has made important achievements in promoting women's rights, including the issuance of the law on gender equality in 2006 and the ratification of the UN Convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. Vietnam ranked 47th out of 187 countries in terms of Gender Inequality Index. Sufficient policies relating to gender equality have been issued. However, the most important matter originates from our Oriental culture and each family, so the implementation of gender equality needs to be applied flexibly in each particular circumstance.
Bình thường ra, đã là một công dân thì tưởng rằng ai cũng được tiếp cận, ai cũng được thụ hưởng.
However, there remain gender gaps that needs to be narrowed, including the limited participation of women in politics, management and leadership.
Social prejudice is still a matter that hinders women to gain equal rights.
Participants agreed that women should be considered as an important resource in the implementation of sustainable development goals. They should be treated equally in accessing healthcare and education services.
The International Coffee and Tea Industry Expo 2016 is being held in Singapore. The expo is seen as a chance for Vietnamese coffee exporters to boost shipments to regional markets through the gateways of Singapore.
According to the Singaporean Department of Statistics, Vietnam's coffee and tea exports to the island country record an average growth of 37% per year. In 2015, Vietnam raked in $88 million by exporting these products to Singapore.
We hope that Through the fair, domestic enterprises will promote exports not only to Singapore but also other countries, improve their competitiveness, and take full advantage of free trade agreements Vietnam has already signed in the context of its deeper integration into the regional and world economy.
Singapore is expected to become an important gateway for Vietnamese coffee and other farm produce to penetrate into Asian markets, in addition to traditional ones such as Europe and the US. Our products had been exported just to European and US markets. Through this expo, we hope that we can introduce our products to Southeast Asian in particular and Asian markets in general. The expo houses 140 pavilions from 20 countries and territories. The event offered a good opportunity for Vietnamese businesses to promote products and seek partners from all parts of the world.
The Hanoi Stock Exchange mobilized almost 28.3 trillion dong, or $1.25 billion, through 8 auctions of government bonds in February, up 15.8% over the previous month.
Specifically, the coupon rate of 3-year bonds ranges between 5.5 and 5.75% per year, while that of 5-year bonds were between 6.29 and 6.6% per year, and 15-year bonds was 7.65% per year. The trading volume through repurchase agreements or repos was 261 million bonds worth 25.3 trillion dong or $1.13 billion, 111% higher than in January. Foreign investors made outright trading worth $291 million in purchase value and $134 million in sale.
The total state budget revenue topped $7.27 billion in the first 2 months of this year, up 2.4% annually.
According to the Finance Ministry, the domestic budget collection neared $6.36 billion, or 17.8% of the estimate. Revenue from crude oil was on the decrease, reaching $262.2 million, equivalent to 10.6% of the estimate and 43% of the total reached in the same period last year. Meanwhile, state budget collection from export-import activities stood at $1.41 billion, down 17.6% year-on-year. Also, according to the ministry, the state budget spent nearly $8.4 billion, or 14.6% of the estimate, resulting in a budget deficit of $1.15 billion, or 10% of the estimate.
We have more news coming up next. Stay tuned.
The Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers has said 23 Vietnamese char fish processing firms have been qualified to export their products to the U.S. market. From March 1st, all of Vietnam's products of char or jellyfish will be under the inspection of the U.S. Agriculture Department's Food Safety and Inspection Service, known as FSIS in short, instead of the U.S. Food and Drug Association as before. FSIS will randomly take a sample from packages of goods at least once a quarter for inspection in terms of species and chemical residue. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is scheduled to collaborate with its Vietnamese partner to organize an international workshop on the inspection of jellyfish in Ho Chi Minh City in April.
The Prime Minister has ratified a master plan on Vietnam highway development by 2020 with a vision towards 2030.
The plan targets to form a national highway network that connects major economic centers, key border gates, and transport hubs on high transport demands at high speed. It aims to build north-south highways and prioritize highways which link big cities and large seaports. Under the plan, the northern system has 14 highways connecting Hanoi with other provinces, while the southern network has 7 routes, and the central and central highland system consists of 3 highways. Two north-south highways with a total stretch of 3,083 kilometers are defined in the plan.
The national flag carrier Vietnam Airlines has launched a promotional program for passengers traveling to Southeast Asian destinations, including a set of air ticket and hotel accommodation.
Accordingly, a 4-day, 3-night trip from Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City to Thailand's Bangkok for 2 people will cost around $263. Similar journeys for 2 from Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City to Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur and to Singapore are valued at some $337 and $382 respectively. The prices include taxes and additional fees. The program lasts until March 31st and is applied for all flights departing before May 31st. Vietnam Airlines has a fleet of 87 aircraft, covering 21 domestic and 29 international routes.
Thousands of greetings and luxurious gift sets will be offered to female passengers during the special flights of Vietjet Air to honor International Women's Day on March the 8th.
Alongside this, the IO boy band from the Vietnamese X Factor competition appearing in the carrier's clothes will also bring intriguing performances on those flights. On the occasion, Vietjet has announced a Golden Hour week starting from March 1st to 8 with 2 million low-cost tickets from 0 Vietnam Dong for all domestic and international routes to Seoul, Taipei, Singapore, Bangkok, Yangon, for the travel period from March 15 to December 31st, excluding public holidays. Additionally, passengers will have the chance to receive lucky gifts on Vietjet's Facebook if they signed up for a competition from March 5th to 8th. Founded in 2007, Vietjet currently has a fleet of 34 aircrafts, operating about 200 flights daily.
A cultural and sport festival has been held in Muang At district of the northern mountainous province of Điện Biên to create a playground for local ethnic groups during springtime.
The festival drew the participation of over 200 artists, artisans and athletes from 10 communes and towns in the province. Each commune displayed their local agricultural products, traditional costumes and typical cuisine at the event. Visitors also joined in performances and folk games such as gun and pow throwing and rice cake braying.
I live 22 kilometers away from the district center and had to wake up at 5 a.m. to get here. Everyone enthusiastically prepared dishes to introduce to other people. The purpose of the festival is to create a merry spring atmosphere for local people. It is also a preparation for the coming Ban Flower Festival in mid-March.
The Spring Festival aims at preserving and upholding local cultural values and strengthening solidarity between ethnic groups in the locality.
Around 326,000 travelers visited the central coastal city of Da Nang in February, up nearly 14% from the same period last year.
The Municipal Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism said of the figure, approximately 126,000 were foreigners and nearly 200,000 were domestic holidaymakers. The revenue from tourism rose 17% to $82.6 million. Since the beginning of the year, the number of tourist arrivals reached 655,000, a rise of 21.4%. To promote the tourism sector in the coming time, Da Nang focuses on implementing the Year of Culture and Urban Civilization, cultural festivals along Han River, and activities relating to the 5th Asian Beach Games.
And that has wrapped up our daily bulletin. Thank you for tuning in and goodbye from Hanoi.